Before we receive those gravels, we thought that we're gonna have to build a sieve to filter out the larger gravels so we can reuse them. I used a part of the grow bed to build our own sieve for gravel filtration. The holes on the net is about 9/16 of an inch, so ideally it should filter out those larger particles out from the gravels. However, those gravels we digged out, they have a lot of the soil or clay attached to them. So just using this net to do the filtration, it doesn't do the trick. When we tried it out, a lot of the soil was staying on the top of the net. And also you have a lot of the smaller particles of soils and smaller pieces of the rocks fall down and accumulated in the bottom of the net. These soils are more like a clay texture, so they're going to bond together with the rocks we use. It's going to plug up the drainage system, so they're not good to use.
Here we go for update again. We run a string on the two corners. We lay out the first layer of the brick. We're running the top surface of the first brick as our reference line, running the orange string. So that gives us a reference of how deep we need to dig. So that will be the surface of the wall for the bottom layer. And it looks like we need to dig a lot in the middle. Feels like the middle part of the ground is already bulged. It's crowning up, so we need to dig a little more on the middle side to keep everything flat and running a very small degree of slope, so the water can be draining this way. Well, we just received the delivery of the gravels, and that's the size of 3/4 inch. Quite irregular, sharp edges, should be good for the drainage, and they're quite much bigger than the one that we have in the backyard, so that's what I wanted. Perfect. I just received this, I forgot what it's called, like a mason's brick lifter, and actually it's quite sturdy than I thought, so I can use my arm lifting like this. That's a little hard to do by one hand, but definitely it's going to save my back when I lay them back down. So it's 40 bucks or around 40 bucks. Very simple, flimsy piece of thing, but it actually does the job. Pretty impressed. Okay, this is a Saturday now. Give you another little update. We dig a little deeper into the trench for the base, and we run this string line at the top of the bottom layer of the first layer of the bricks. So the bricks is 8 inches deep, and then we have another 4 to 6 inch of the drainage gravel as the base, as a foundation. So from this string, we'll go down about to 14 inches. Well, 12 to 14 is the goal. So this guy still needs to dig a little more on this location. But when we go a little deeper in the middle, I think here, it was right here. So it's between 12 and 14 already. This location is good. Just need a little touch up. And then we're going to temper down this foundation, put down the landscaping fabric, and then we're going to lay down the gravels, those 3/4 inch paint club gravels we just received. So this will happen in the next stage. Okay, here is Saturday afternoon. That's another update. We already laid down our landscaping fabric. Got two sides. One is the bottom, another one's on the side on the left. So we started making the first layer of the gravels, the 3/4 inch clean gravels for drainage purpose. And I start tamping them down. We just finished the first 2 inches of the gravel, because when you're not supposed to put down more than 2 inches every time when you tampering them with hand. If you hampering them down with the machine, then you can probably go up to 4 inches every time. So we just do 2 inches at a time, and when we've done that, we're gonna start to laying down our first layer of the block. Bottom left, this is our reference block, which we didn't take out. It sits right underneath our stairs. This will be the reference we're trying to meet up with as the bottom layer. And we're gonna build a corner piece and go along that way to meet that end. And we also have another piece of block on that end. So we could probably starting from both ends, trying to meet in the middle and making adjustment accordingly.